the rush to collect food rations in the Yida refugee camp, currently home to 65,000 people, most of them from Sudan's Nuba Mountains. Bombardment by Sudanese forces, as well as hunger, has driven them here, they say. They are in South Sudan now, but still virtually on a highly volatile border. Among the newest arrivals is Nafisa. She says she walked all the way, carrying her 3 small children. They've suffered a lot, she says. They received more than 2,000 refugees here in Yida in the past week alone. And they're braced for a much bigger influx as the fighting continues in the Nuba Mountains on the other side of the border, and with the dry season now beginning. But UN refugee officials say that's stretching the capacity of this camp far beyond its limits. It's hugely expensive and challenging having to supply this remote camp by air. There's an urgent effort now underway to locate new sites for the refugees. No one will be forced to leave Yida, the UN says, but a solution must be found.
In a volatile region where we're so close to a border, we cannot continue to guarantee the safety of these people, and we need to make sure that we have other safer options for these refugees to move to.
Ultimately, of course, the solution lies in ending the conflict here in the Nuba Mountains and reducing the tension between Sudan and South Sudan. This has become a growing dimension of the conflict in Jonglei, over in the east. Abducted children, though these have now been rescued and are to be reunited with their parents and communities.
She said that she's fighting at that time.
6-year-old Naya was seized last year as cattle raiding between ethnic groups in Jonglei became suddenly vastly more deadly, destructive and politicised. The church has been leading a peace initiative.
We have to build on it, we have to build on trust, we have to build on... And the most important one, which will bring trust, is if the human being, the children, are returned back to their families.
But some fear that South Sudan's poorest region could see yet more violence this dry season. And South Sudan charges Khartoum with stirring up the trouble in Jonglei with arms supplies. Whatever the truth, as such accusations are traded, the real cost is lost time in developing 2 nations that share the mighty River Nile but have gone their separate ways. Mike Wooldridge, BBC News, South Sudan.